I wanted to see if ChatGPT could actually design a kitchen for me. The results are shocking. I want to design a kitchen and would like you to tell me what cabinets you would select for the design layout.
Absolutely. I can help you with selecting cabinet options for your kitchen design.
Okay, let's start simple. I have one wall to deal with and I'll have an island in front of it. The wall is 15 feet long, open on both ends. This is important. The range will be on that wall. What distance from the right-hand side should the range be?
A common recommendation is to leave some counter space on either side of the range for practical reasons. So given your 15-foot wall, if we assume the island is centered in front of the range, a balanced placement for the range could be to leave approximately 12 inches of counter space on the right side. This would leave you with roughly 12 feet of counter space to the left.
Okay, so here we have my 15-foot wall, and we will eventually put an island in front of it. Where will the range, be placed?
So from the right-hand side, the range would be placed approximately 12 inches away, allowing for a functional and aesthetically pleasing layout.
So let's start out with placing a range 12 inches from the right, leaving 12 inches of counter space on the right-hand side. So we'll go up and select our range, and we want to place this 12 inches from the right-hand side. Okay, we have our range 12 inches away from the right-hand side, leaving us with a functional and aesthetically pleasing layout. So far, so good. Great, the range is 30 inches for reference. Now tell me where to place the fridge. It is 36 wide and 69 high.
Place the refrigerator on the left end of the 15-foot wall. You can leave a similar 12 inches of counter space on its left side for a more balanced look.
Let's do that. Let's put our refrigerator in play, and we'll place it approximately 12 inches from the left. Okay, so now we have a balanced and aesthetically pleasing kitchen so far with our refrigerator on the left, 12 inches away from the left-hand side, and our range on the right with 12 inches of counter space on its right-hand side. Wonderful. Now I need to know the specific size and type of base cabinets that will be placed between the fridge and the range. Also, will you include a pantry? It's up to you, just let me know the size.
Place a 30-inch wide base cabinet to the right of the range.
Okay.
And standard base cabinet height is around 36 inches, excluding countertops.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. That's totally wrong, but anyways, we will do a drawer base, and we'll do a 3-drawer base. We'll make it 30 inches, and it's going to go to the right of the range.
To the left of the refrigerator, install a 36-inch wide base cabinet.
I'm just going to add a regular cabinet to the left-hand side of the fridge. Okay. All right, interesting.
Since you have ample counter space on either side of the range, you may consider adding a pantry cabinet to the left of the refrigerator.
What are you talking about? Okay, so we're gonna put a pantry on the left as well. It's saying here that it should be 24 wide. So I'm gonna go with a 24-inch wide pantry on the left of the refrigerator. There's already a cabinet on the left of the refrigerator, so do I put it just on the left? I'll just go more to the left. Let's do that. Let's go with the 24-inch. So far, this is our design. So we have a 15-foot wall, our range, and our fridge, and the doorways are now being blocked with this cabinet, and this is completely blocked, so I don't know what it's doing. It knows that it's open-ended. I told it it's open. It's going beyond the 15 feet, and I'm not sure what it's thinking. Anyway, let's just keep going. Okay, so are we ignoring what you previously said about leaving 12 inches from the right?
I appreciate your attention to detail, and I apologize for any confusion.
Why is an AI tool apologizing for anything?
Let me make sure to align with the previous decision to leave approximately 12 inches of counter space on the right of the range. With this in mind, let us adjust the layout. Place a 30-inch wide base cabinet to the right of the range.
Okay, we did that already, leaving approximately 12 inches of counter space. Okay. Since the wall is open on both sides, it seems like a 30-inch base cabinet on the right of the range will be installed beyond the wall, since you only suggested 12 inches of space. I'm trying to help it here figure out you're doing this wrong.
Thank you for pointing that out. You are correct, and I appreciate your attention to the layout detail. This is ridiculous. Place a 30-inch wide base cabinet to the right of the range, ensuring that it fits within the kitchen space without extending beyond the wall.
Okay, so now it's asking me to adjust it We want to put that cabinet in so it's not going beyond the wall. So let's just do that right now. So I can fix this so we don't interrupt our doorway. Okay, perfect. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, so we have the pantry, the 36-inch wide cabinet, we have the refrigerator, we have some empty space we didn't address yet. We have the range, and we have the 30-inch wide cabinet to the right of the range. It's like pulling teeth out of a robot. Okay, let's move on to the island. I want the sink and dishwasher in it. You can tell me the size of the island.
Island size. A common recommendation is to have an island that is at least 36 inches deep and around 48 inches to 72 inches wide. For this design, let's consider an island that is 60 inches wide and 36 inches deep.
So let's put a 60-inch wide island in front of the range. But first we gotta figure out what's going in this, and we know we want the sink. Place the sink in the center of the island.
The standard sink base cabinet size is typically 36 inches wide. Position the dishwasher next to the sink, and the standard dishwasher is approximately 24 inches wide. This arrangement allows for a functional and efficient workspace for cleaning and food preparation.
Let's put in a sink base. 36 inches wide. Okay, there's my sink base. So let's just go with a standard 24-inch dishwasher, and we'll put it on the right-hand side.
Consider using two 30-inch base cabinets for the sink and dishwasher, creating a symmetrical and balanced look. The remaining space on the island can be used for additional storage or customized features.
Okay, so I'm assuming that it wants to add two 30-inch cabinets on either side of those. It didn't tell me what to add. I'll just add drawer banks, and that'll be fine, I guess. 30-inch cabinet here. Okay, so let's just do this. Okay, so there you have it. You have two 30-inch cabinets on either side of the dishwasher and the sink.
Keep the island dimensions at 60 inches wide and 36 inches deep.
Okay, all right, but...
Place the sink and dishwasher within the 30-inch base cabinets in the center of the island.
All right, so now we have an issue, because now it's telling us to forget about the 36-inch wide sink base and that the dishwasher is next to it. Now we're just gonna combine those things into one 30-inch cabinet. Let's do that. Okay, I gotta figure out how to even do this. Okay, so the problem is, this isn't probably gonna work. I guess I could use a drawer dishwasher, maybe. I don't know if they can be installed under a sink. There's a lot of plumbing involved. There's a lot of issues with this, but this is what ChatGPT is telling me to do. Like, is it onto something that I don't know about? We're gonna go with it, and this is gonna be our sink base. We can get rid of our previous sink base like that, and we can get rid of our dishwasher, because now it's all combined into this one unit that will hold both the sink and the dishwasher, which is, you know, I mean, I know that there's drawer dishwashers out there.
Extend the countertop on one side of the island to create an overhang for seating, a typical overhang between 12 and 18 inches.
Okay, let's go back to our main wall. We need wall cabinets. What wall cabinets do I need, and do I have to think about venting the range?
A common approach is to have a 30-inch wide range hood and complement it with a 30-inch wide wall cabinet.
This makes sense. Let's install a wall cabinet and a range hood above our range. So we will go to this beautiful view here, and we will install a range hood. All right, so we have our 30-inch wide. I'm gonna put a range hood. So let's just find a range hood, something simple. Okay, so we just have a basic store-bought range hood. Well, I guess they're all store-bought, but just a basic range hood and a cabinet above it.
Install additional wall cabinets on either side of the range. These cabinets can be 30 inches wide each.
Okay, two cabinets on either side of the range that are both 30 inches wide. Now, it didn't address for us the spacing between the fridge and the range yet, so we're gonna go with this regardless. Let's get rid of this, and let's put a 30-inch wide wall cabinet on one side. I'm just gonna go with a standard 30-inch high, and we'll put another one on the right. Now, because it won't fit there, we're gonna have to adjust its height so that it does. So far, this is what we have to deal with. Because we're keeping this within the confines of the 15-foot wall, we have to make sure this all fits. It only leaves us with 22 inches left over, but it's asking us to put a 30-inch wide cabinet. Like, I know this isn't correct, but it should figure this out, right? Based on the dimensions, it should be able to basically add and subtract, but it's not.
Use two 30-inch base cabinets on the right of the range.
Okay. I guess we're gonna go back to this again. So this is our kitchen design so far. Can you now tell me the cabinet door style we will be choosing? Let's just break away from function. Let's get into aesthetics and let's see what happens.
The shaker style is timeless and works well with various kitchen designs. It features a clean and simple look with a framed recessed panel.
Yes, it does.
Choose natural and timeless color for the base cabinets, such as classic white.
All right, we'll do that classic right.
If the base cabinets are white, consider a light gray or muted color for the wall cabinets. And for the island, to add a touch of character, you can choose a slightly darker or contrasting color. Popular choice is a rich navy blue or charcoal gray.
Let's go with the navy blue. So that's the color that I've selected for the island. And you'll see that when I render this in 3D, what this all looks like. The wall color should complement the cabinet colors. I'm looking for something fun.
Let's go with sage green.
All right, very, very bold in the sage green. Gotta love it. And then what kind of range hood are we getting? We never really discussed it. It said to put one above the range, but what kind of range hood?
Let's go with a chimney style with a modern and clean look.
Yeah, if you don't remember, it already asked me to do this. It already asked me to put a cabinet above. So now we want to go with a chimney style. So now I have to delete this. We have to go with a chimney style. It didn't say to get rid of the cabinet, so now I need to put a chimney style and a cabinet. Maybe I'll just raise the cabinet higher to allow for the chimney style. Let's go with the chimney style. Vent hood, ventilation, chimney, and we'll just go with this basic classic one here. All right, so now, I mean, this clearly isn't going to work, but I mean, that's what it is. Okay, it seems like there's no wall cabinets between the pantry and the fridge, or over the fridge. Will you add those?
Add 30-inch wall cabinet between the pantry and the refrigerator.
We'll go 12 inches deep. We're gonna make it 30 inches high, 30 inches wide.
Add a 36-inch wall cabinet over the refrigerator.
It didn't tell me to add a 36-inch cabinet between here. The cabinet's 36, it told me to add a 30-inch cabinet. And then above the fridge, because it's already kind of blocked by this cabinet, which it told me to put there, I'm gonna have to, this is just not making sense. This is what it's telling me to do. So far this is our design of our kitchen. What about between the fridge and the range? There are no base cabinets yet.
This addition of a 30-inch base cabinet between the fridge and the range provides both functional counter space and storage.
It looks like there's only 22 inches of available space. What will you do to fix this? Should I still use the 30-inch cabinet?
If there's only 22 inches of available space between the fridge and the range, we should just adjust the size of the cabinet accordingly.
Yes, that's what we should do.
In this case, you may consider using a 24-inch base cabinet to ensure a proper fit within the available space.
Which it just said was 22 inches. I don't even know how do I make this happen, ChatGPT? How do I do this?
You should not put a 24-inch cabinet in a 22-inch space. I made an error in my response. If you only have 22 inches of available space, it would be prudent to use a cabinet that fits within that space.
Let's just put in a 21-inch cabinet. That's a fairly standard size cabinet. 21-inch cabinet there. This is our layout. Let's just have a look around here. We got our pantry, our base cabinet, our fridge. No fridge panels. It didn't ask us to put fridge panels, of course. We had to really struggle with this cabinet to get something in there. The range hood is obviously not in the right location, but it did tell us to put a cabinet above it. I guess I could raise that up really high, but it's going beyond the height of the wall, so it doesn't make sense. The only thing that it eventually got right is that it did put one 30-inch cabinet to the right of the range and a 30-inch cabinet above it. That could have led to something that was pretty good. It totally botched it. It put this cabinet to the right, blocking that doorway or going beyond the 15-foot wall that I told it I didn't want to go beyond. And then again, adding these cabinets without figuring out that there's no space for those, and then having space but putting a smaller cabinet where a larger cabinet could go. So it's just a real gong show of a design. Maybe it's for somebody. So if you are going to ask ChatGPT to design you a kitchen, this could be something that you end up with. And actually, you're gonna end up with something way worse because I gave it a little grace here. Let's look at our island because this is very special. You know, the island actually isn't too bad. Other than being bigger than what it told us it wanted it to be, this island could be a whole lot larger in this space. It told us at the beginning to center it with the range, and so it's a little bit offset. The fridge placement is horrible, just sticking in the middle. The whole thing is really bonkers. So I'm gonna design this kitchen myself. and how I think I would do it, based on just my own personal preferences, to try to have an aesthetically imbalanced kitchen, pantry, fridge, base cabinet, range, base cabinet. Fill the wall cabinets to fit. This island is 10'6", which fits within the confines of this kitchen nicely. Adds for a lot of counter space. You have your sink in there, so you need a little bit more prep area on that surface, and it allows your dishwasher to be on the right or the left. In this case, I put it to the right so that the door of the dishwasher and the door of the range don't interact with each other too often. We have a trash compactor, 4-drawer bank, which is great for cutlery and the like, 3-drawer bank, which is great for storage of bigger items, and then just a big base cabinet for your sink, for plumbing and all the other things. Overhang over the back. I left it at 36 inches, which I think is fine. Anyway, this was a fun experiment. I hope you liked it. And if you want to find out how to design a really functional kitchen, check out this video.
If you have any more questions, or if there's anything else I can help you with in the future, whether it's about kitchen design or any other topic, feel free to reach out. Happy designing, and best of luck with your kitchen project. We'll see you soon.